This is Meltdown Live, presented by MyBookie.ag. Use code NEXTROUND at MyBookie.ag for double your initial deposit. You sign on to make a deposit, they double it with code NEXTROUND at MyBookie.ag. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere. MyBookie.ag.
Hello, Meltdonia. Tim Melton here. It is a Thursday as we are joining you on this 5th day of June of 2025. And it's a little chilly here in the Culver studio today, but you know what? I'd rather have it chilly than hot for sure, as some days we literally melt down here doing the show. Today's not one of those days, but we are going to have a great meltdown discussion for you. It has been a week full of discussion. We've appreciated each and every one of you in the chat. I see Hunter there. I see Brandon. I see Nick, Jeff. So happy to have you guys in the chat. And we'll be welcoming in a lot more of you here very soon. Let's go ahead and introduce our cast today. It will be changing over the next week and a day because EG will be out on assignment over the next week. I say that it's really, it's R&R. You know, I've been conditioned to always say you're out on assignment, but it's really some R&R.
It is. I'm excited. I'm actually, so I have a wedding this weekend and I don't have a pair of shoes for the dress I'm wearing tomorrow night. So I'm having to get them delivered to the bridesmaid's house, but I'm $10 short of same-day delivery. So what should I get from Target for $10 more?
Sour candy?
I already had it pulled up.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So after that, though, I'm going to the beach, and I'm very excited. So all that to say, wedding, here I come, and beach, here I come.
Let's talk about shoes for a second because I got an offer today from my wife who's doing some shopping this afternoon. She found a pair of shoes at the store for $50, and she's like, hey, want these? And they were Nikes, and they are 19 and a half, size 19 and a half.
Holy cow. Are they too big for you, or those fit?
I don't know. I mean, I wear a size 18.
Yeah.
So 19 and a half, I feel like, is a little bit of a stretch. But anytime she sees shoes out in the wild that will fit me, she's like, hey, is this an option?
Yeah.
But I think wearing 19 and a half would be way too much for a size 18 foot. Am I right about that?
I mean, it depends on the shoe for sure. If it's a sandal, which I'm assuming it's not.
It's a Nike sneaker.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to have a little room, but I would imagine it's better to purchase and see if it works than spend your life wondering.
Yeah. I don't know. I just, I'm not going to take the gamble on it, but I always get upset when we have yard sales and my wife puts my shoes out there because people they gawk, they take selfies, they start to scream to their other family members, come look at these shoes.
Yeah, it's probably the best of their life.
Who would wear something like this? And I'm sitting over there under a tree, watching these people on my property go through my entire life.
I love a yard sale and an estate sale. I'd be there rummaging.
Isn't there something sad about them, though?
Well, you have to kind of detach yourself because this is how I view it and my mom views it. When it comes to estate sales, especially if you can tell if it's like an older person that's passed away, it's like whomever loved this thing and now it's going to be, I love it too. So like it'll be with me now instead of at Goodwill or sometimes in the trash. But if it's like a younger situation and you don't really know the situation, it can be sad, but more than not, it's either an older person that's passed on or like a divorce situation and you're trying to wonder like, ooh, what happened here?
It's a circle of life.
Yeah.
And it moves us all.
Yeah.
Anyway, we won't continue, but okay. Giant in the Peach, debut album coming out soon?
I mean, summer album maybe of all time.
Summer album maybe of all time. We should put that on the front. That should be the name of it.
Ow.
Giant in the Peach, summer album maybe of all time.
I was going to say best, but I couldn't even commit to it.
No, it's better this way. It sounds like a Succession sales pitch.
Summer album, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of all time.
We here for you. We here for you. Succession. Yeah. That's a Succession joke. You have to be a big fan of that show to understand.
Oh, man.
Anyway, Tyler, Lionel, John's here in the studio with us. We're not going to talk movies here to start because we're going to be talking a lot of movies here coming up with Tyler. So no movie discussion, just a little check-in with you. How are you, my friend?
I'm making it.
Good.
Cruising.
That's important. Making it is important for sure. We have gotten a little comfortable. I mean, this is pulling back the curtain. I feel like EG kind of has inspired me. She did.
Oh, tell me more.
It was an Ask Me Anything, but it was really more of a exposing all of the way you think.
Really?
Your Disrupt Media Pennant Grace episode today. I mean, it was an Ask Me Anything, but it was also like you went deep behind the curtain.
Yeah, I know.
On a bunch of
Because I was
stuff.
like, honestly, why not?
Yeah. You've given us a life hack, which is ordering off the kids' meal at places.
Mm-hmm.
And I've taken that ball and I've run with it. The
Good.
problem is I don't do it in person. I get too freaked out. It's like I would never be a good like drug dealer
You get a little sketched out by it.
because I'd be constantly on alert. Like, I'd be always looking around. I wouldn't be good in like sting operations.
Sometimes
I
that's
don't
okay
think.
though, because it's like, yeah, sometimes it's like, oh, you definitely aren't doing anything suspicious because
Yeah.
you look too suspicious.
I'd be a really bad undercover cop dressed as a clown. Because
Yeah.
I'd constantly just be, because I don't know if you guys have seen the Cops episodes where they'd have like undercover cops that are dressed as clowns, like trying to catch criminals and stuff. I don't know if you guys have seen that, where they're like trying to pick up prostitutes and they're dressed as a clown.
Oh,
And
wow.
the prostitutes are like, well, this guy's obviously not a cop because he's dressed as a clown.
That's so smart.
But that episode of Cops, I mean, the cop was dressed as a clown and he was in character.
Yeah.
Like,
You couldn't.
I'm honkers and I'm here
couldn't-
for your services.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You couldn't get into that mode. I don't think a lot of people could.
I don't think I would be good at that.
His name was Honkers?
Yeah.
Whatever. It was something like that. Yeah. I'm Honkers the clown. And he would like throw confetti on them,
Yeah.
like while they're in the passenger seat. And they'd be like, oh, okay, this is interesting. This
Yeah.
is a new activity. Anyway, and then they'd be arrested. And that's the way that it worked. Bad boys, what you going to do? What you going to do when they come for you? Bad boys, bad boys.
Did you guys see that Chris Hansen was in town the other day?
Chris Hansen seems to be in town a lot here
Why
lately.
is that?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't get involved with that.
Yeah.
if you run into Chris Hansen outside of a restaurant,
Yeah.
you're in trouble.
Chris Hansen is not somebody you want in your kitchen.
No.
I'm going to tell you that. Not somebody that you want popping out of a pantry.
You don't want to take a seat.
No, you
Chris
do not.
Hansen.
I'm Chris Hansen. Anyway, that's my Chris Hansen impression. Anyway, the point I was getting to there was kids' meals. We've been ordering kids' meals at drive-thrus and taking the loot and running. And, eventually we're going to get caught. And I feel like there's something immoral about it. I don't know. But in the same sense, it's a dog-eat-dog world and a dog's got to eat. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
And sometimes these kids' meals, I mean, they pack you get a toy sometimes. I mean, that's a lot of fun.
You get a free drink usually.
You get a drink in there. Sometimes they throw in a little dessert action. They shouldn't make the kids' meals so appealing.
Exactly.
But I have seen, like, you're not the only one out there. There's people on TikTok and there's people on social media that are like, hey, this is a little life hack for you.
Right.
You can get pretty much more food for half the price by just ordering off the kids' menu. Now, I have a kid, so I feel like I can always quickly justify that I'm good there. But does it? I don't know.
I mean, I've been turned down in person before.
You have?
Yeah. Which to me
That terrifies me. See, Tyler, I'm telling you, you got to have a story ready or something.
It does happen. And I'm like, seriously? Like, you're really turning, like, oh, sorry, it's kids 12 and under. Well, what if I identify as 12 and under? What are you going to do?
Yeah.
They tell me no.
By the way, Jay really wants us to release an album.
Well, I mean, I can consider it.
I'm tired of hearing about this album with no follow through. Give me 2 titles, and I fab out some songs this weekend for you two to start the LP with.
Yeah, I mean, if you're willing, Jay, I think we can arrange for a time frame to get that done.
Sorry, go ahead.
I
Keep
was
going.
to say by end of July, of course, because we do need it to hit the summer charts.
What's going on with the Braves right now? The
I don't
Braves
know.
losing?
Collie, I'm trying to order these dang shoes. I really hope not. It's going to ruin my afternoon.
There's a lot of angry Braves fans in the chat right now.
They are down 11-10
Oh,
against the
Mikey just
Diamondbacks.
texted me. Holy Braves choke. That was so bad.
Bottom of the 9th. Yikes.
I guess it's over.
Now, I know Ush is getting ready to hit the panic button July 1st.
Yeah.
Do you not hit-
Oh, that was it. 11-10, they lost. Seriously? What are we doing? I don't understand, guys. I don't understand. We go up 6-0. Rock bottom has been hit. As a Braves fan. I'm over it.
So what you're getting right now is authentic, live, sort of Pennant Grace reaction, but it is the meltdown. But I mean, the Pennant Grace was high today because it was a 6-0 lead at one point. There was an Ask Me Anything where a lot was revealed.
Yeah.
There was still some enthusiasm for the club and where things were maybe trending, because it's been a roller coaster to be a Braves fan this year, right?
It's been a hot mess, truthfully.
Like, it hasn't been pretty, but it's been like, okay, we're starting to get more optimistic.
It's literally this. It's
God, don't ever make that noise again.
sorry.
And
That's how I feel.
that is a roller coaster you just acted
Yeah.
out. So I'm gonna say that is a roller coaster. Tyler, you got a check in with us.
Yeah. Let's see. Nick says that the Braves gave up 7 runs in the 9th inning. Hunter just says you can't be doing that. You can't. And Jay says he was working and typing. May have been bad typos. It was. It's all right. He says he meant to say, give me 2 working titles and I'll create the music and lyrics and let you 2 run with it.
All right, we'll work on that.
Okay.
We're a cover act right now where we
Yeah.
have to do songs that
I'm okay with that, though.
we're already connected to. So
Yeah.
one is Shallow. I mean, that's
course.
that's our
Bread and butter. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
the people want. It's expected.
in the shallow, the shallow, in the shallow, in the shallows. We're far from the shallows now.
I mean,
Gosh,
It
every
changes
time it's gold,
lives,
every
and
time it's pure gold.
I get chills, and people ask me on the street, do you
Yeah.
sing that song?
Yeah.
And I say,
Yeah.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, we? Yes.
Exactly. People are like, oh my gosh, y'all are better than Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. I'm like, yes, we are, but we don't openly promote that.
We can't publicize that.
No,
We don't lead with that.
No.
We
but
know it.
Best summer album
No.
ever, all time. What is it that we were calling it? Possibly. Best summer.
No, there was no best in there.
Oh.
It was the summer album, maybe of all time.
The summer album maybe of all time. Yes.
Out of all the songs of all time, this is definitely one of them.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Let's do this. Let's actually get to business.
Let's do it.
Enough tomfoolery.
Yeah.
Enough shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Enough
Those bars.
grab ass.
What?
Grab ass.
Never heard that.
You never heard
I think
that?
I need to make
No.
a call to HR.
I thought that was
No.
I thought it was gravitas.
Gravitas is very
That's
different.
a different thing.
No, grab ass is like, quit horsing around.
Yeah.
Y'all's generation doesn't know what a proper game of grab ass is like.
I just
It's not a literal game of grab ass.
yeah, but it just it doesn't really roll off the tongue in this situation.
I'm just saying it works.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
I can't deny it.
Y'all have never been yelled at and said, quit playing grab ass?
No, believe it or not.
Believe it or not, no.
Okay. You guys are taking this way too literal, by the way.
Okay.
Never heard the phrase.
Okay. Well, it is a phrase that exists.
Well-
Ask your artificial intelligence modules. Okay.
Ask your artificial intelligence modules.
Let's do this.
Got him.
There was, back in the day, there was a kid that would call me Jimmy Neutron.
Jimmy Neutron.
And I don't know why. I didn't know anything really about the show, but I was like, what? That's like, it's stuck with me all these years, that insult. And I don't even know what that means, because I thought Jimmy Neutron was like the good guy in that show.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like that show.
Thank you. I feel
He's got a
vindicated.
robot dog named Goddard.
Yeah. I don't know. He was like one of those kids that like you knew would amount to nothing.
Yeah.
That was like a miserable person. And he'd be like, what's up, Jimmy Neutron? And I'd be like, okay, I'm just not going to react to that.
Yeah.
I also, I was 4 feet taller than him, so I don't know why I didn't just.
don't
Jimmy was always
understand.
the smallest guy.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make sense.
It didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense at all.
I don't understand why tall people let themselves be bullied by small people.
It's a good question.
I agree. I'm going to start doing something about that.
You should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All it takes is one event where Goliath wins, and all of a sudden people don't talk about Goliath anymore.
And all of a sudden, us average height people and shorter people are just like
Yeah.
pieces of well done steak to you.
Chomp chomp.
Chomp on. Okay, let's do this. Let's go to the Meltdown Countdown. which I am personally looking very forward to. And I've had to try to like stay away from Tyler today a little bit.
Yeah, because you just want to chat.
Because I want to know the answers to these questions, but I don't want to hear them until right now with everybody else. So
Agreed.
there are 5 feature films that are out there, part of the John Wick universe.
John Wilkes Booth.
That's what I was going to say. That's actually what I was going to say, and I don't know why. Yeah, it's a very different type of movie. I don't ask me why. I was thinking of being in class, being called Jimmy Neutron. I'm in history class, and John Wilkes Booth. I almost said, I want to hear the John Wilkes Booth 5 best movies. Okay.
Oh man!
By the way, he was an actor.
I did an ab workout last night, and so every time I laugh, it hurts, but it's making me laugh more.
That's the most humble.
No.
That's the most humble thing you've ever uttered here on the show.
Call me.
I was doing an ab workout last night as I tried to remove all sugar from my being.
Okay, well.
She's not removing sugar from her diet. That's one thing that I don't think we'll ever leave.
It was 1 week.
When did it start?
Sunday.
Okay, well, you literally on your Ask Me Anything today said you were going to go buy Buc-ee's and get some sour straws today.
I know, but doesn't mean I'm going to eat them today. I might save them until Sunday. It's a I'm trying to mentally make myself strong.
What are you on Target ordering?
I ordered Alani's instead. Huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
those are tasty. What
I've
flavor
never had
do you
them.
go for?
I've never had them before. I just needed something that was $10. Pink slush. Do you like it?
Oh, that one's pretty good. Okay. I usually go for that one. I like breezeberry. I like blue slush, and I like Hawaiian shaved ice. Tastes like a nice Kona ice. Reminds you of your elementary school years when the truck pulls up.
How did John Wilkes Booth lead us down this path?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway, the John Wick franchise. There are 5 movies now associated with that. Tyler is one of the very few beings on the planet that has seen all 5 John Wick movies.
That's awesome.
There are 4 traditional John Wick movies, and then there is Ballerina, which Tyler had early access to last night, which is very exciting. I was at a poker game, was not able to attend that, but I will be watching it tonight, so we'll have our full banter of back and forth non-spoiler review tomorrow on the show because it is on both of our most anticipated lists. It is one of the very few films that actually made both of our most anticipated back when we shot that in December, which is, I think, maybe the most important piece of content we do all year long because it really sets the stage for the whole year of discussion. Sinners was on my list, which has panned out tremendously. I won't go through every one of them, but I'm on a hit streak for the most part with my most anticipated, but I'm a little worried now because Tyler's out of the theater reaction last night was not too high on this movie. We're going to talk about it here in just a little bit.
We'll go through the list.
But I have to see this movie. Ballerina's on my list, on his list. Superman's on both of our lists. Is there anything else on both of our lists? That may be the only 2.
Running Man.
Oh, yeah.
F1, is that not on yours?
Nope. We actually hadn't seen any footage from F1, I don't think.
When y'all made it?
Yeah,
at the time we had filmed the video, so...
Honestly, even though I think it's going to be really great and the first reactions are through the roof right now, I mean, just absolutely, people are losing their mind that have been able to see F1. I'm still not completely certain that it would make my top 10 just because I don't care anything about racing movies.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think it's going to be great. I think it may end up, it's more likely to end up on my top 10 best movies of the year than it is my most anticipated movies of the year, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So anyway, but I want to go ahead and get into this because you're a big John Wick fan.
Yep.
You're also a huge dog lover as well, which I feel like there's a correlation between those. You're also a massive Keanu Reeves fan.
Yes.
So, like, the John Wick franchise was built for someone like Tyler Lionel Johns.
Absolutely. And there's a lot of influence from older kung fu and martial arts movies.
Yeah, you love those movies.
I love those. I love the old John Woo movies like The Killer, the Bullet Chaos, Bullet Hell movies, whatever you want to call the style. Gun Fu is another word for it. So, yes, this franchise is made for me, and that's why I hold it, so near to my heart. So, should we just jump right into it?
Let's jump right into it. There are 5 films, so that's perfect for a Meltdown countdown. Where are we starting with the least impactful in the John Wick universe?
This hurts. It's the one I watched last night. Ballerina. So, like Tim.
Please do that again and put the camera on EG. Do it one more time. Okay. It's not going to be the same, but do it again. Right, you're ready. Okay, thank you. Now, go back to you, Tyler.
All right, so Ballerina, this is the first spin-off of the John Wick franchise. It centers around this assassin named Eve, played by Ana de Armas. Like Tim said in the preface, this was both of our, it made both of our most anticipated movies of the year list. This just doesn't even feel like a John Wick movie to me.
Oh, no.
It was directed by Lynn Wiseman, or at least parts of it were, who is best known for the Underworld franchise, and you can see that like he brought that influence to this movie, and it doesn't work at all. In my out of the theater reaction, I said the first 4 movies had this feeling of subtlety and mystique to them. This film lacks all of that.
Tyler,
I mean,
are you sure? Like, I don't think you would believe yourself 24 hours ago that you're saying this.
I wouldn't. I can't believe how far the ball dropped.
Wow.
Chad Stahelski had to come in. He was the original director of the first 4 movies. He had to come in and reshoot some action sequences and clean up some stuff.
This bums me out.
I know.
Those are the best parts of the movie.
Oh, no.
And they feel like lesser quality versions of stuff we've seen in the first 4 movies. Some of the bigger like action scenes in this movie were made by Lynn Wiseman. Okay. And I honestly want to ask him if he's ever seen a John Wick movie, because the feeling is just so different. You get the feeling that someone just described what John Wick is to him rather than him
Consuming
watching it
it.
and saying like, okay, this is the franchise I need to make a movie to slot right into. And the story-wise, it does slot right into the franchise just fine. But the lack of mystery to it, the wonky-looking action sequences that really watered down the franchise, in my opinion, because some of the best parts of the action scenes in John Wick is how realistically they take the gunplay and stuff like that. I mean, Keanu Reeves literally invented a new way for shooters to competitively reload pistols. He invented it during John Wick 2, I believe, and now it's considered the fastest way to reload a pistol as far as competition shooting.
You're depressing everybody.
Yeah.
Because people are very much looking forward to this movie. But like, let me just say something real quick. I'm going to give you more time. You're getting more time to talk. Okay, I don't like to play contrarian. That's not something I like to do, right? I like to go in. If I like it, I'll tell you I like it. If I don't like it, I'll tell you I don't like it. And whatever Tyler's opinion is on something, it really does not affect what my opinion is on it. Like, I'm not going in there going, I got to prove Tyler wrong by coming out and giving this thing a 5 out of 5. But the vibe I'm getting right now, right, is like feelings I've had in the past where I've been so excited for something and then so disappointed. And like, I've heard negative things, but I go in thinking like, there's no way it's going to be that deflating. But like Spider-Man 3, right? In 2007, I was so excited for Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 3. And I was starting to hear like it wasn't very good. And I'm like, there's no way.
Yeah.
Like, it's got to be good. I'm going to go see it opening night. It's got to be. Those movies, Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2, I mean, take your pick.
Spider-Man 2 is fantastic.
They're both fantastic.
They both
are
really
great. So I'm like, there's no way Spider-Man 3 is going to suck. And I just was so deflated driving home. There's been a multitude of those types of movies, right? How does Batman v Superman, how does that movie suck?
Yeah, I was going into that movie. I heard, some negative things. It's like, no, we got Ben Affleck in the mix.
Guys, can't y'all just be happy that we're getting this awesome project? I mean, the trailer looked pretty cool, except for that one they showed on Jimmy Kimmel.
The trailer, they showed the Jason Todd suit.
Yeah.
This is going to be awesome.
Oh, yeah. All the still images and then, like, the big universe set up and, like, at Comic-Con when they had the logo, they had the Superman logo and then the Batman logo behind, and they had the narration of, like, I'm the only one that's ever beat you, and it's like, oh, my gosh, this is great. But anyway, I'm getting those same weird vibes right now because Ballerina is on my most anticipated list. I know it is for you, and I know you're a true fan. And I'm hearing from a true fan that this thing may be the only bad John Wick movie that exists.
Yes, and I want to also say that it's an awful movie. Like, there are moments in this that really feel like it belongs in the John Wick franchise, but there are so many bigger pieces that just don't feel like it belongs at all. And part of that is also writing. I didn't say this in my out of the theater reaction because I thought, out of context, it might sound kind of weird. Ana de Armas talks too much in this movie.
Oh.
Now that sounds strange, but let me back it up. In the first 4 John Wick movies, John Wick barely says a word. You find out about his character through everybody else in the movie, not through John Wick.
Yeah.
That's true.
Thinking I'm back.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's about it. And then, let's go home at the end of the movie. But
Okay. Well, this is depressing.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm seeing this movie in a couple hours.
I want to go see it so bad. Like with my brother, we're kind of planning on going to it next week at the beach. But
Well,
It's not to say there's nothing redeeming about this
would
movie.
I like it, you think?
I don't know. It's just, I don't know. The first 4 movies just really had me on the edge of my seat the whole movie going, oh, let's go. And there really wasn't
Any of that?
any moments like that
that
for me.
sucks.
Ballerina.
Okay. Well, who knows? I'm still going to go in tonight going, maybe Tyler just had a bad pina colada at the theater. And maybe it's just like,
I had the Kentucky peach. I was off some bourbon and some peach.
okay, well, maybe you had a bad one of those and it upsets you and you don't know it. And when I go watch it and I'm like, Tyler, I think this is a 5-star movie. And then you go rewatch it. You're like, oh my gosh, I don't know. I had a bad Kentucky in the Peach.
I don't know. Hunter in the chat says, I know Tyler's voice when a movie is Cheeks. And this is one of those times.
I know. This is very upsetting that you feel this way. Jason, are you going to see Ballerina? I want to know in the live chat there if you're going to see Ballerina, because Jason's been doing a lot of movie reviews here lately too.
I trust Jason.
Jason hated Bring Her Back.
Thank you.
Well, you didn't. I mean, you
didn't
don't get
see
it. You're not allowed.
I get to hate it on principle.
You hate all horror movies. That's not fair. You don't get to just do that in this studio, especially.
Eh.
Okay, you play by your own rules. I will say, when I'm watching the trailers and stuff, I'm like, this is just E.G. the movie. I mean, it's
Ballerina?
Russian ballerina that uses her physical prowess to be able to assassinate individuals.
And there are plenty of moments in this movie where, other characters, they underestimate her. They go, oh, yeah, this person doesn't know how to fight. And then Ana de Armas just goes,
Man.
clocks.
Well, we'll have to see, but I think I'll still go to it, and then we can all 3 be able to chat about it when I come back.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I'm going to see it tonight, and I will be with Tyler giving a full. We'll have a full discussion again about Ballerina tomorrow, maybe